guys, so I haven't done a sit down video in I think literally since last year, and they were some of my favorite videos to make when I did a lot of them last summer. So I thought today I would do a video sharing some of my favorite sustainability related products, and I don't know, hopefully inspire some people to reevaluate the waste that they produce in their everyday life, if you care about that, because I feel like everybody should care about that. Then hopefully I can inspire you to make some changes. I am in no sense of the word zero waste or low waste even in my own lifestyle, but I think that it is something that we should all be considerate of, because we all do have to inhabit this planet at the end of the day, whatever happens to it. Yeah, I guess I'll get started. So the first product that I want to share with you today I've had for a while, and it is this reusable coffee mug. The brand is Keep Cup, but I bought this on a online shop called Package Free Shop, and they basically have a bunch of products for you to get closer to living a zero waste lifestyle or low waste lifestyle. They have basically everything that you would need to do that. That's also a recommendation in and of itself, but I really love this cup because this is the size of the tall at Starbucks, which is usually what I get anyways, and they do have a second size that holds about 16 ounces, so there's larger sizes if you don't want just this tiny little thing. And another thing that I like about this is that this part is removable. So it's really easy to clean and make sure that there's no residue of coffee or milk left in the little crevices of your cup. And yeah, so I just love this cup, and it's also just really cute. You'll get a lot of compliments from the barista. The next thing that I want to share is my Swell Traveler cup. Specifically, I'm talking about just the Traveler cup, not Swell bottles in general. I specifically really love this one because of the size of it. You can actually put ice cubes in here, which is something that really annoyed me with the regular Swell bottles. And something great about this one too is that on top of it being big enough for you to put your ice cubes in there, it is also big enough for you to make sure that you're actually cleaning it well enough. The other one was especially frustrating if I didn't want to just drink water out of it. If I wanted to drink like just some other sort of drink, then I could never be sure if it was fully clean because I couldn't like actually put my hand all the way in. So I know you can use like a brush, and I'm sure they sell like brushes to clean those, but it didn't feel like I was really fully cleaning it, and with this one I can rest assured that it's clean. So the next thing that I want to recommend is reusable produce bags. I bought the 4-pack from Whole Foods. I think I got 2 4-packs from Whole Foods like last summer. And these are great because you can not only use them for produce, but you can also use them when you're bulk shopping. So if you're buying some cashews from the bulk bin, or rice or dry beans, these are really nice. Also because there are other certain kinds of bags that weigh more because they're made out of cloth, and this one you don't have to worry about paying for the weight of the bag. So if you are going to be using these kinds of bags as opposed to the mesh bags that don't really weigh anything, then you can also go ahead and just put these on the scale by themselves, and hopefully it picks up the weight, and just go ahead and write it down so that they can deduct it at the register. The next thing that I have is probably my most used product out of everything that I'm sharing today, and I've had it for I think only like 2 months because it was a gift, but I love this thing, and it is my Baggu. So Baggu is just a brand that sells reusable bags. Pretty simple, but there's a couple reasons that I like them as opposed to other reusable bag options, and that is because one, they are made with 40% recycled material. This has a couple exceptions for some of the bags on their website, but for the most part, most of them are, which I think is super cool because otherwise I would have ended up in the trash. And I also really like their bags because they are so lightweight that you could really just bring them with you anytime. They fold down into this size, So you could literally just be carrying like 5 reusable bags in your purse and never have to have the excuse that you forgot your bag in the car or something like that. And specifically for me, the way that I've found them to be the most useful is by honestly just carrying this as my purse, because there has been, I kid you not, at least 15 times since I've been home in the last 1.5 to 2 months that I've gone to the store and forgotten my reusable bags in the car, or just not brought them at all, and I at least have this bag with me already to use as my bag to put whatever I just bought into it. And they also carry so much weight. Like, they're these flimsy little like lightweight bags, but they carry so much weight. So like I said, just for me, I found it most useful to just carry it as a purse. But I'm definitely going to buy some more. I just ordered another one, and just so that I can have a couple more in my bag in the case that I forgot my bag, but this still isn't big enough to carry everything. So in that way, I found them so useful in comparison to other reusable bags. But just in general, it's a good thing to bring your own bags and not waste plastic or even paper, because paper bags also have such an impact on the environment. So it's about small changes, but this has helped me so much. Next, I have a reusable razor, and I think my sister got this for me on packagefreeshop.com also. This razor is so cool because it's supposed to last you a lifetime, and the only thing that you really have to replace is the blade that is inside. So I actually need to replace this, and the blade does get rusty, but the great thing about this razor is that the razor itself does not really get rusty, which is really amazing. I don't know, like personally I would always buy the cheapest razors, so it's nice to not have to waste that extra plastic with buying new razors every month. So that is a small way that you can make a huge change. This is a little pricier compared to some of the other things that I'm offering as solutions today, but if you think about it in the long run and you do have the finances and opportunity to switch out for something like this, then I definitely recommend that you do, because it also just like, it shaves nicer. So I definitely don't regret this. I mean, I know I didn't buy it, but even as a gift, I really like it. This one, I don't know if it came with these already or if my sister bought them separately. I have all of these replacements for my razor, so I would assume that the replacements, a couple of them come with the razor, but I don't know that for sure. If not, then this came with so many, and I'm sure this wasn't as much as the razor itself. So the last thing that I have to share today is something that I was wanting for so long to try before I actually got to get it. I actually didn't even buy this either. It was a gift from my sister, so thanks again. It is these period underwear from THINX. I was super excited about these for a long time. My sister was a little skeptical, and even though I was excited about them, I was a little skeptical too, because TMI, have a really heavy period, and so I didn't really like know how effective these would be personally for me, even though I believed they worked for other people. Something that I found is that these work really great at the beginning and the end of my period. They don't really hold enough for me to feel entirely comfortable wearing them in the middle of my period when it's the heaviest. These are actually supposed to hold 2 tampons worth of blood, and they did just come out, the brand, with some new edition THINX underwear that are supposed to hold 4 tampons worth of blood. So I definitely want to try those, and maybe those would be better for me in the middle of my period. But right now they have just like basic styles, so I don't really feel that interested in investing in a pair right now, just because I really wanted these not only for their functionality but for how cute they were. So these felt really worth it, even though like I said they were a gift. But I would definitely get another pair of these for sure. And these are just so cute, and they are high-waisted, so they cinch you in at the waist, which also just feels really nice on your period if you're already bloated, for you to feel good on your period and not gross. If they came out with a version of these that was the THINX Super, which are the new ones that hold more blood, I would definitely jump on those in a second. Some people might feel like it would be kind of gross wearing these and just letting the blood soak in, but honestly they stay so dry and it does not feel like you're sitting in a pool of your own blood. I hate to get graphic, but that's true. So yeah, I really love these. That is all the things I wanted to share with you today, but I also just want to stress how much of an impact just following some people on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, wherever it is that you consume the most content, how influential it can be to follow people that really inspire you in doing all the things that you would like to be doing in the future and seeing them already in action. For me specifically, to name a few, if you'd like my recommendations as far as sustainability, I really recommend the YouTube channel Where I Live, and her name is Jenny. She does a lot on sustainable fashion, on reducing your waste, and also just following a plant-based diet, which also has its own positives for the environment. I'd also like to recommend my friend Jamie, who has a YouTube channel also and has an Instagram under Jamie Jars. She is just such an inspiration to me with sustainability. I met her last fall through an internship that we did together. If you're interested in what she's doing, she's following Plastic Free July. That's where you either entirely eliminate or try to drastically reduce your plastic consumption, and she is just doing a great job. She released a video about her whole process and struggles of it last week, and she was feeling defeated with the areas she wasn't able to entirely reduce her waste or eliminate it, but compared to a lot of other people, she is doing such a great job. So shout out to Jamie. I also want to recommend a channel that I followed for such a long time. I followed them mostly for their food before, but now I'm even more like intrigued in their channel because of all of the low waste and zero waste habits that they're sharing and implementing into their own life, and that is Sweet Simple Vegan. Specifically, most recently I've been most inspired by their series where they try to eat vegan fast food for 24 hours, and they started it initially to basically show like how accessible vegan food can be even in places that you normally don't associate with being vegan. But I personally have been just more interested in this series from the angle of seeing how you can go out and eat fast food while also not compromising the sacrifice of having to create more waste. And so they've been really successful with that. They haven't done entirely zero waste every episode, but they have definitely drastically lowered the amount of waste produced through eating out and eating fast food, which is really cool, and also just encouraging to me to try to do that going forward. So those are just a couple people, but there's so many people online that are doing great things like that, and I definitely encourage you to follow them and be inspired by them every single day by seeing that content and just normalizing it, because that is such a big factor to actually, you know, getting everybody excited about these things. Obviously reducing waste is just part of the problem. Like there's larger elements to it, like policy change and things like that that are a little harder out of our reach. I know that some people are not in a place where they can make all the changes either, so it's just about the bigger picture, and doing something, no matter how small, is better than doing nothing. So I hope that some of this was inspiring or at least entertaining to watch and learn about the things that you could be doing, even though I only shared a small bit of them. If you have any things that you would like to suggest to me, whether it's someone to follow or some products you think I'd be interested in using, then please share them below. And I hope that if these things interest you, that you'll keep following and watching my videos and seeing the stuff that I'm doing and the changes that I'm making, so that we can just learn together, because we're all just trying to do the best that we can. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope that if you liked it that you'll give it a thumbs up and stick around, and I'll see you in my next video.
To share my love anymore.